Well, okay, we're back here with Boomer again, little freaky guy. And last time we worked on him, we put the tarp on him over his head. And he still was a little freaky about, so see, he's trying to go away. I'm just gonna say, hide your butt. There. And he's out of my way, paying a little closer attention to me. Today, we're going to work with Boomer on a little bit of those ground manners, and then we're going to try and get the tarp over him again, but we're not going to address it right at the beginning because we don't want to go straight to the issue. We want to start from a place where we agree. So, first thing I'm going to do today is move Boomer out. That was pretty nice. And he's kind of a panicky guy. So I'd rather, when he picks up that trot, I'm just going to change his direction there. Ooh, that's nicer. Because I'd rather him start thinking about me and thinking about stopping. There, he's stopping a little too much. Nice. We see where he's going around now. He's got his nose to the inside. Thinking about me a little bit more. He knows where the safe spot is. He's like, oh, I can stop moving if I put both eyes and both ears on you. So I'm going to push that hip away. Oh, very nice. There, he kind of walked into my space a little too quick. I'm going to change direction, send him back out. There, he's getting a little worried. Change direction. Nice. Send him out. Nice. And I'm not really getting into him or asking him to go too fast or too hard because I want him to relax when we're working together. There are times that he'll get stressed out, but that's on him. I'm going to see if I can, oh, nice and snappy. Licking his lips. Oh, nice deep breath. There, he kind of came in with submission. He's asking a question when he's coming in, like, is this okay? As opposed to just walking straight in after we stop. He's not afraid to be with me anymore. The other times, when I'd ask him to go out, he'd go straight to the end of the lead rope and kind of drag you around. Now he's relaxing. A little bit.
When he gets worried, he changes his direction just to put his mind to work.
Exactly. Well, and the logic behind that, behind changing direction when he gets worried, is that he can't really go faster than a walk or a slow trot if he's constantly changing directions because it's just too much energy. Rolling back is a really physically demanding thing for a horse. So let's see if I can get him to back up. Start by wiggling my hand. Hey, pretty nice. He took a step back. See if I can get another step back. Pretty good. Now let's see if I can get 2 steps back. 1, 2. Let's see if I can get 3 steps back maybe. Shake a little more, shake a little more, put some energy out there. There we go. 2 steps. I'll accept 2 steps because he stalled out on me there. Shake, push, push, push. Oh, he decided to go. There we go. There's a back. So I just kept that pressure on until he took a step back like I asked for. Pretty cool. All right. Let's see if we can get him to go up on this box here. Start thinking and working with me a little bit. Pretty easy. Let's send him back on the box. Well, that's kind of difficult to show you anything there. So So you see, he's not freaky about everything. He's just convinced that the tarp is going to kill him. That's what leads me to believe he's less of a freaky horse than he lets on. So let's try and touch that ball there. That's a little scary. I'm going to disengage and push him back towards the ball. Disengage, push him back towards the ball. Hey, nice. Pretty good. Can you kick that back to me quickly? Thank you. Let's see if I can get him to... Oh, he doesn't like it when it approaches him, though. So I'll just push him back towards it. Try and give him a little confidence here. Yes. And every time he kicks that ball, touches it with his foot by accident, I'm just going to reward it. First time a horse does something, it's never on purpose. It's always by accident. There. See if you'll keep pushing that ball. Pretty cool. There's a little more confident looking horse too. He's still not quite sure about it. Oh. Nice. Send him back towards it again. There, he's starting to think about it. He's using his feet individually. It's not quite an accident anymore. There. There we go. There's an intrigued horse. So push his shoulders back towards it. You see when I sent him towards the ball that time, where I pointed, your send is where you want them to go. So if I wanted him, now the ball is sort of directly to his right. So I'll point to my left, straight through the ball. Good. But say he was over here. Then I point more behind me to bring him towards the ball. And he'd kind of miss it. So I switch hands, send him back towards the ball. Switch hands. There. So if I keep that pressure on, anytime he's not touching the ball or over the ball, he'll start to figure out, oh, when I'm playing with this big blue and red thing, that's when I get left alone. No longer afraid of the giant soccer ball, but he's afraid of a flappy chicken. Oh, yawning. Pretty good. Now while he's over his safe ball, and he thinks that this carrot stick means something, that might be when I come up to disengage him. Pretty nice. He's getting better about this.
You mean desensitize.
Sorry, desensitize. You got it. There he decides to move around. It's not because he's really freaked out, I don't think. He's just bored. Good. There he relaxed. I like that. Maybe can I swing this thing, make some noise and some movement. Right here. His eyes are really worried about that at all. His head's kind of up and his ears are back, but I think that's mainly just his posture. Makes him look a little counterfeit, a little freaked out. So I might flop this up here. See? He didn't change his expression at all. His eyes I can just see a little bit of that white in the eye, so I'm going to keep flopping this over there. He relaxed, I relax. See if I can make some noise. Walk up alongside him here. Pretty nice. And I'm just going to rub until I see a change there. See, he licked his lips right there, so I quit rubbing on him just to kind of solidify that calm headspace. Now, he seems okay with that sort of stuff. You can see that he's not a freakazoid all the time. but he is freaked out by flapping little things. See if I try and go to touch him. Oh, he's getting better about that. But that's still a pretty powerful reaction there. Whoa.
Yes.
There we go. Now I'll see if I can get him to walk up towards it, just like he's following the soccer ball. I want him to follow this flag a little bit and make sure he sees it. Now I'm going to go try and touch him. Oh my God, it's going to kill me. If I can't get this on him and over his back and flapping around him, how am I going to do that with a saddle pad or with a blanket, a winter coat, a winter blanket? Oh, there. See, relax. But he's still worried about it on the ground here. So I'll just leave it there until he sees buggering away with his body posture, with his body language. Wants to get away from it. So I just follow him around, try not to pull on the lead rope, wait until his expression changes. Still, he's just not happy about it there. I want to see his expression. There, that's okay. He got distracted, but his expression changed a little happier. I'll take that. Put it back here. Oh, bugger. See if I can touch him on that ankle with it. Wait for it. There! He relaxed, put his foot back down on the ground. I might put it on the ground here, make him follow me a little bit. Make him follow the scary thing. Because when something is moving towards a horse, it creates fear. That's better. There, much better. Take it away when his expression changed. When something is moving towards a horse, it creates fear like that. When something is moving away from a horse, it creates curiosity like that. I'll stop moving. He wants to blow his shoulder away and walk away from it. I just keep it right there. Oh, he quits moving. I'll take it away. Very nice. Can I touch him in the flank? Oh, that was a hard moment for a sec, and then he relaxed. Can I touch him over the butt? Oh. Can I start just weaving it? I'm just moving it in a rhythmic pattern, sort of a semicircle in the air. I'm going to wait until I see a change in his expression, a change towards relaxation. There, that works. He starts thinking about it, he looks towards me, his ear sort of flicked towards me. He's still looking at the flag, but it's not moving. It's not worth anything. Now I might flap it again. Flap it a little harder. See what it is. When I approach him, I'll flap it. Yeah. If he wants to move, I'd rather him move and empty out that freakiness and stand there. Yeah. You see how he licked his lips, blinked his eyes, relaxed, stopped his feet after he moved, after he let out that worry. Now he's going to try and get away from it on this side. Oh. But he sort of put himself into that position. So I'm just going to take it and go with it. Let him get used to that. Can I touch him in the leg? Oh, there. Oh man, that's hard. That's so difficult. There! He's got his expression changed from fear to like, what's that touching my shoulder? Curious. There. Can I flap it around? Nope. So, before I do anything, I want to unwrap that rope from my arm. Because especially when we're working with a horse that might try and run away and bolt and all that. So we always want to have, in case we lose grip of the rope, we don't want to lose our arm as well. Or our fingers or our thumbs. I'm going to flap this, decide to move. There, he's licking his lips. I'm going to wait for him to kind of focus back on me. Good. Now I'll start. And you see, that time he didn't really tighten up. His expression didn't change. There's a little flinch. So just change up the pattern now. Make sure he doesn't look away from me. That way he can't swing his hindquarters towards me. One more time. He's still. Oh, there we go. There was no flinch that time. I'll try again. There's a flinch. There's less of a flinch. Can I touch him down here? There. Nice. That's always a good thing to check with a really scary tool. Because if you wanted to go clean his feet or something, but he couldn't even handle a little flag down there, you'd probably be missing some teeth. So, switch sides on him again. Oh, new side, new brain. So I'm just going to keep rubbing his leg here, rubbing his leg. Don't let him. I don't want to get on the opposite side of him that the flag is on, because that can push him in towards me. There, his expression changed. He relaxed a little. Let's see if I can use this flag a little bit and show him that it does have meaning sometimes, but show him when it has meaning. There, that's a lot more relaxed. He's not running away from it. I'm just going to... There. Good. Push his hips away. Push his shoulders the other way because he didn't turn and face me. I'm going to try and push his hips away. There, he didn't turn and face us, so I'm going to push his shoulders the other way. We're kind of balancing him out. Push his hips away. He didn't turn and face me, so I push his shoulders the other way. There. But my body posture is driving as meaning. He thinks that the ball might be. That's okay. He's looking for answers. I might give him that answer. Say, yeah, the ball was right. So let's go this way. Yep. Push. Push behind him. Good. Now I'm going to push those hips away. Push the shoulders the other way. Go towards him. There we go. It's not just my front that has meaning. It's any part of my body. There. First his shoulder, he pushed his hips away, faced me, and then he started dribbling out. That's all just excess worry. So maybe now, I'll try and touch him with it again. Oh. Show him that it doesn't have any meaning anymore. There. Good. Come up and touch him in the flank. There. Empty that worry out. Touch him in the hock. And down his leg. Very, very nice. Draw him towards me. See, he's not really resisting so much. He's still worried about the flag, but he's kind of trusting me more now. And even when I went and pulled him out of the pasture today, Cricket, he was a lot easier to catch. A lot calmer. Just followed me right in. He's a friendly little bugger.
Because he realizes it's going to be stressful, but the pressure is going to get released.
Well, yeah, I mean, the key is to try and let these guys rest as much as they work in the arena. If they see the arena as just all work, then that's how you get a pasture-sour horse. But if he's resting in here as much as he's working, he's not really noticing, he gets stressed out, but he doesn't really notice, doesn't remember it, doesn't imprint the stress on the location. Because I'll hook them on out in their paddock and put stress and pressure on them out there too. Granted, they got a lot more rest out there, so that's why it's easy to become pasture sour. But our horsemanship endeavors to fix that. I'm mean, really, when you walk out in that pasture, what you want them to just walk right up to you, you know? Your boss doesn't call you in the morning and say, hey, you better get up, it's time for work. Your boss shows up, you show up ready for work, kind of a thing. They only work about an hour a day. They have 23 hours to themselves, so we can be rather demanding in the 1 hour that we work with them. See if I can touch down his hip. Oh yeah. There you see him kind of bowing up a little bit, kind of getting stress in there. His eyes a little bit wide. He's really kind of focusing back there. I'm going to wait till his attention and expression changes. That was a different feeling, kind of used him. I'm going to wait for his, yeah, that's okay. That's thinking about it. Come up and touch him here. Can I flap this? Can I flap it over his back like I would the tarp? This is just a small version of the tarp. Can I flap it over his head? Yep. Can I flap it over his ears? I'm going to wait for that expression to change. Wait for his eye to change. Maybe I'll help him there. There we go. Licks his lips. We just rest. Yeah. See him dropping his head, assuming a more relaxed posture. Let's see what we can do with the big scary thing now. There. He faced it. I'm going to try doing this kind of like hooking on with him a little bit. If he's coming towards it, I'm going to move away. If he's moving away from it, I'm going to come towards him. There, he's facing me. We just take the pressure off. Moving forward a little bit. Get this game going a little bit. Make sure not to block him into any corners. There. He quit moving away so much. Yeah, there. I'm going to be very careful when I'm doing this, though, that he doesn't feel trapped, or that I don't let him get trapped. So that's because he's so close to the fence. I'm going to stay on this left side so he can escape all the way out into the arena here. I'm going to wait for that expression to change. There, that's fine. Move it away a little bit. Yeah. And getting curious about it, I'll kind of stop and let him think. There. Oh, I'm going to push his nose back over to my left so that he doesn't get it in his right eye. See if I can touch him here. Oh, that's so much better than it was a while. Just yesterday. There.
So now this is, I think, the fourth time you worked with them with the tarp.
Yeah.
How do you know when each day you can stop working with it that day to go to wait for the next day?
It's you can really stop anytime he makes an improvement. I could stop right now because this is a vast improvement. But since we have the time to work with him and make it a little better, then we just pick a point that we think is sufficiently improved. That's so much better. Can I flap it? I'm going to tip his nose just so that, oh my goodness, this is so much better. His eye isn't getting white. He's just staying kind of relaxed. His head's up. His ears are kind of like switching back and forth. There. He's still a little freaked out about it. But I'm just going to kind of let it be here for a little bit. Good. And I flap it a little bigger. Oh, that's getting better. There. He kind of jumped, stressed out, flexed up, but he didn't run away. So I'll quit. I'll accept that. Here, I'm going to try it again. There. relaxed in his eye. He's still standing all stocked up, but we'll get to that. There. Better. There you go. You know what? I almost got that over his withers. And right yet, you don't want to do that because it could push him into me, because there's a big scary thing on the other side of him.
Right.
So just be careful until you get both sides of this done, and he's okay with it. You don't want to switch sides over the wither. There, he licks his lips, relaxes his lips, relaxes his eye.
That was different than with Shiloh because of the way Shiloh was responding the first time you put it up there.
Yeah, oh yeah. I want to get rid of all of this stress, this tensing up, flinching. There, he didn't flinch that time. But I want him to not flinch from the very beginning, so I'm going to try that. You see, it's always, he's like when he's looking right at it, that's when he's kind of like freaking out of his mind about it. So I'm just going to stay away from here, follow him around a little bit. Try not to let him get cornered, so I might tip his nose so that he has a way out. There. He quit moving his feet, and when he took that step, he kind of took the tension out of his body at the same time. So I'll quit there, and I do it again. He just wants to move, he's stuck up there in his mind. I'm going to wait for that to go away. There! A little bit went away. He realized that, hey, this isn't going to kill me. Every time he's licking his lips there, I'll just quit. And then when he quits licking his lips, I'll go back to it. Unless he wants to show me some other sign of relaxing. His eyes sort of flick towards me. He's still breathing hard and still tense. He's relaxing this leg on the inside. That could also be threatening to kind of throw that leg out though. So I'm just going to maybe touch him a little bit with it. See what he does. If he tries to kick out at it or something. I'm just going to wait for any kind of good change. He's just kind of stuck here. That was an okay change. I just want a little more, a little different. There. Blinking, turning his nose towards me. See if he'll follow it again a little bit. He's trying to go away from it, so I'll just keep the blanket in between me and him until he decides to get curious. Yeah. See if I can get him to take a couple more steps towards it. Yeah. Might switch sides now. See if we can keep going away from it. I'm just going to keep his nose tipped towards me. There, he quits moving. I quit moving. There, he looks towards me. I might walk away from him. See if he'll get interested. Yeah. You want that? Anytime he starts engaging his mind and thinking about it, you want to put him in a state of release. You don't want to be pulling on this Libra jaw. There. Pretty good. I might just try and there. He tries to move away. I just keep it right here. There. He tries to move away. I just put it right there. Good. Rub him. Want to rub him until he relaxes a little bit. Look for him to blink. look towards you, lick his lips, there, lower his eye, look towards you. I'll just release a little bit, see if I can touch him here. Can I touch him here? Oh, he wants to butter away a little bit. I'll just follow him with it. He stops moving, licks his lips. I quit for a second. Try again. That's better. Good. I'll kind of flop this here. Oh, that's a major improvement. He licked his lips just then, so I quit. Can I apply this again? Make sure he doesn't feel too trapped. He's got that soccer ball on his other side, so I'm not going to squeeze him into it. I couldn't quit when he licked his lips just there. I want to see if I can get another sign of relaxing though, because I got his lips licking twice. Now though, if he decides to lick his lips, I'd probably accept that. Put his nose towards me. There, that's fine. Try this again. There, he licks his lips. See if we can do it again. I'm trying to keep my body posture as neutral so that I'm not driving him with my posture at all. Kind of flopping on his hips there. Flogging with kindness. Yeah, he just, woo! So, don't let him get trapped in there. Tip his nose towards you. There you go. He doesn't like behind those heels there. So I'm just going to keep this pressure on. This kind of big pressure until he relaxes a little bit. Tip his nose towards me. There we go. Tip his nose towards me. Good. Right there. You quit moving, licked his lips.
Nothing about that seems more scary than any time before to me. So is he just like gonna freak out sometimes, even though he's like he's
No,
not
this
like
is
an
just all.
introvert where he's all of a sudden gonna freak out because it built up?
Well, that's what we're trying to work with here, is giving him a valve to let that pressure off, to let that worry out, so that he doesn't sort of have these blow-ups. Because we want to teach him, if he's going to blow up in one spot. That way, he doesn't throw his student. So I'm going to try and touch him here. There, he quit moving, licked his lips. Try and touch him behind the hocks again. What really got him moving was touching him behind the hocks, which he wasn't used to.
Okay.
And there was a big fluffy thing right behind him. So I'm trying to just get that heel to touch him right behind the heels there. There, you see him jump there?
Yeah.
Jump there. Jump there. There, didn't jump so much. Here, try again. See? We're just letting him let that worry out. Anytime he tries to really turn away from me, I just make sure I get his nose back. There, you don't want to corner him at all. There, he quit moving. Licked his lips, looks at me. I might move away. Then we follow the target. Put him between me and the target. Want him to, there. He put his nose down towards it. That's when we can stop moving. Every time he goes down to try and touch it, I give him even more rope. Yeah. And just there. Get him to effort towards it. Just keep that pressure moving towards the tarp until it's up there. Decided to drop his nose. Think about it a little. Drop your nose again. Or he wants to move away from it, that's okay. Yeah. Good. But can you imagine trying to put a winter blanket on him
No.
right now?
I'm excited.
He would be hurt. I would be hurt. I don't want to do that. But if you got a little kid carrying the blanket, you just flopping it around like it's no big deal. You just kind of want to be able to be careless. So right here, I just won't block him. Yeah. Quit moving. Looks at it. I'll back up. Yeah. See if I can walk around the side again, flopping this thing. There, he's got all that tension, that anxiety. It's all stopped up. There, he looks towards me.
So Joe, we
Yep.
never expected him to be afraid of his target. It was just something that we kind of just fell upon, that
Yep.
this was the case. And we were gonna treat him like a green horse, kind of like we did Shiloh in the beginning. And so had we not tripped on the fact that he didn't know this part, would we have found it? Or,
Oh yeah,
meaning like, would we have done this before we progressed any further?
oh yeah.
Or would we have, like, would you have gone looking for the target because of something he's done? Because of
Well,
something
no,
he's
no, it's
shown?
just as a part of the program.
But we didn't do the tarp with Shiloh
Oh yeah, we did.
in the beginning?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's just all those things, different things that you test. You see if they're okay with the ball, pushing it around, pushing it into it.
Okay.
See if they're okay with walking over the tarp, and then with the tarp touching them, then with the tarp going over their back. Because that's all the stuff that you need to do with your horse before you ride it. You know, you need to be able to put on, take off a blanket.
Because this is solving a lot of problems all at once.
Exactly. This is solving a lot of these issues. We'll just let him relax here for a little bit, get more confident, maybe have him stand over it a little more. So I wouldn't have focused in on this tarp issue if I tried it on him, put it over his head, put it over his back, flopped it over his ears, and he was fine with it. Then we would have probably did it a couple times and moved on because and found. So that's where this training takes more time in some areas than it does in others, is because each horse has a different thing that's hard for them. So, you know, some horses may not want to step up on that box over there. And so we spend a good 3 days working on, you know, kind of going over the box. Or can you go over a pole? Now can you step up on a low platform? Now can you go up on this higher platform? And we systematically stair-step it up. See, I like this expression here. Kind of hanging his ears like a mule, licking his lips. He's not as worried about it. He's still a little stressed out about the tarp, you can tell. Not quite. He's not free and open and just standing over it. But this is better than he was a couple days ago. Let's see him step towards it. Good. So I'm just going to push there. Just like the soccer ball, I'm just going to put, if he wants to get by it, that's okay. I'm just going to keep the pressure on until he steps. Yeah, towards it, touches it. Thinks about it. Push him back towards it again. There. Oh, tries to step around it, step away from it, that's okay. I'm just going to put pressure on that shoulder until he goes back towards it. Walks around it, that's okay. I'm going to put pressure on it until he comes back towards it. There, he touched it. I don't mind what he does after that. I'll let him go all the way over there. I'm not going to let him stop over there. I'm going to push him back towards the tarp. But that's okay if he wants to move around. After he touched it, doesn't have to do anything more. Now I'll push him back towards it. Push him back there. There, touches it. He can walk around. Come back towards it. Oh, scary, scary, scary. Touches it. Oh, there you go, helping him build confidence. We're attacking the same issue in different ways. We're not trying it the same way every time. Eventually we'll have to get it over his back, but if he's okay with it down here, it would be easier to have him be okay with it above him. Yep, so there he wants to go back a little. I just back forward towards it. We're just thinking all the time, come through this way. You see he's stepping out in front, but his back feet are stuck. I'm just going to keep pressure. There we go. So his back feet start moving. Push him back towards it. Oh, he didn't touch it that time. So I'm going to put the pressure on. I'm going to keep sending. There. That's nice. I let that rope slide through my hands every time he reaches down to touch it. There's no resistance. Nothing is stopping him from being curious. Good thing to do with kids, too. Never stop them. That's that Neil deGrasse Tyson quote. We spend the first 5 years telling them to shut up and sit down, and the next 30 years trying to get them to stand up and speak.
Wow. I like that.
Don't you? I do, too.
Oh. Yeah, that's why school today went longer, because we just hit a good spot
Yeah.
and just kept going.
That's awesome. There, I might let him rest for a while there. Take out my iPhone, check through some emails, find a way to give him some time. Now, I bet if I walked away, he wouldn't stand here because it's kind of stressful for him still. But
And he's hooked to you, because you're his leader right now.
he might be hooked to me a little bit. There, I kind of stepped towards him, so he felt that pressure and wanted to go away. I'm just going to kind of shorten up this lead rope, see if we can kind of squeeze towards it a little bit. Have him be more comfortable with me being close. Yeah, that's fine. Put a little pressure on him to come forward. I'm not going to let him run me over. All right. See if I can send him through the front. Oh. He moved his feet a lot. I didn't move my feet at all. There, I'm just going to keep that pressure on him wherever he's avoiding the target. Oh, good boy. Wherever he's avoiding the target. If he goes over it like that, no pressure at all. There you go. Good. Nice. Still worried about it, but not nearly as much. There. Just keep that pressure on him there. Yeah! Seems to be okay with going over the tarp, a lot more okay with going over the tarp to the right than it does to the left. That's okay. So here I might just shorten up my lead rope because I know that. Keep that pressure on a little. There! He touched it, that's okay. I might send him around. Send him around. There. Let that pressure be off, until he tries to go away from it. Then I put the pressure on. Pressure's off, on. There, off. There, on. Oh yeah. That's okay. Send them over this way. Nice. Disengage. Send them over this way. The hard way. Nice. That was a lot better. There, he was a little worried about it though. I don't mind if he goes around it this way, because then I can draw him in, get him lined up, go over this way. Good, I'll send him around, because I'm not so worried about him going to the right. I want him to go to the left over this tarp and be relaxed. He's still thinking it's going to bite him in the back leg there. That time he tried to go between me and the tarp, I stepped in and it freaked him out. So I'm just going to disengage, send him back towards it again this way. There we go. Good. He kind of got that. Let's see if we can come back to touching him again. See if we can do this approach. Because that seems to be what he's afraid of. This approach. This approach. This approach. There, he didn't really get worried that time. So you have to kind of break these moves down. See what part he's worried about. He's not so worried about it touching him anymore. He's worried about it approaching him. There. And I make that approach bigger. towards it a little. Try and touch it with it. There. Better. There. I don't care what he does when I'm adjusting it in front of me and all that, because it's kind of like you're working with a lasso, you know? You got to sometimes quit paying attention to the horse and coil up your rope and do that sort of stuff. And they have to be okay with that. So can I approach him here? Oh, that's a lot better. Can I touch him behind the top there? That's a lot better. Can I touch him on the shoulder here? That's a lot better. Can I make this approach? Slide under a little bit of that. Okay, let's walk him forward again. Can we approach him from the side and we doing all our stuff? Yeah, we kind of can. Can we get our tarp organized? There we go. He's worried about it. Can we do that again? Can we do that again? There, that time wasn't so worried about it. Can we flop it over there? Good. Can we flop it over his back there? There, see him try and bugger into it? I just have my hand up by his eye. I'll wait for him to relax here. Wait for him to relax. Wait for him to there, he relaxed. Pull it off him. Then we flop it up here again. There, that's nice. Lowering his head a little bit. He's still buggering from it, but we're working through that. Let him bugger from it. Make sure to block his eye though. Make sure he kind of looks at you maybe. There you go. Like that. I didn't move to here until just now because I wanted to make sure he didn't bugger into me. Yeah. That's good.
Obviously, none of that seems safe. He's blocked by the gate. He's got it on both sides. So no matter where you stand, you're pretty much in trouble.
Yeah.
It just depends on which way he wants to go.
Yeah. And there you go. And what I do is I just step kind of out of the way of his body and point his nose towards me. Try to keep that tarp on his back until he quit moving again. Wait until he quits to move or gives me a sign of relaxation. There, kind of. Still kind of just stuck up in his mind there. Kind of wait for it. He's almost going to lick his lips here. He's blinking. He's blinked. I'll take it away. Now I want to see if I can approach from this side. If I was just feeling careless one day. Flop it up onto there. See, flinch with that. Didn't flinch the second time, so I'll quit. Didn't flinch as much. Very flinch a little bit. Very quick flinching. Good. Now flop it up over his neck. So make sure you can block his eye there. Look for a sign of relaxation. There. Put his attention towards me. See if I can get out from in front. Do my approach again. Over the neck. Oh, oh. See him bugger there? He's still holding his leg up. There. He didn't put his foot down, but he relaxed in his head and neck. So let's see if we can do it again. He's still, oh, there we go. Good. See if he'll relax. Good. That's better. Good. He's Wait till he drops his head a little more. There we go. He drops his head, and he walks towards the tarp. Yeah, this is nice. I'm just going to wait until he kind of decides to do something else. Wait, let him pay attention to that. See how stress-free that moment was. Absorb it. What's that?
He wants to yawn.
I know.
I thought he was gonna, that was gonna be awesome.
I'm going to just wait for him to get distracted by life. That's what's going to tell me when we can continue. I'm going to be careful though. I'm going to be ready to move. I'm staying in a relaxed position, but I'm ready to move in case all of a sudden he realizes the tarp is down there and freaks out again. But sometimes he'll do that. Kind of like when he just saw that flag in the ground. Ah! See if I can draw that attention towards the tarp a little. Oh. These long pauses are important. This is where the training happens. The beauty of music, as they say, is not the notes that are played, it is the silence in between the notes. See if we can, I'll take a step back, see if I can draw him in a little more. You see his step, where he stepped that time? He was kind of diagonally away, diagonally and away, diagonally and away. So I'm just going to stay in between him and the tarp. Let's keep the tarp in between him and me. See him spiraling towards it? That's okay. Just keep on tracking him. Keep on tracking him. Wait until he... That was good. Yeah. Just make sure he doesn't jump. There. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. I'm just making sure to stay out of any danger zone where he might jump. Keep his attention on me a little more than the tarp, maybe. Man, he's thinking about it, isn't he? It's like, God, my head is so close to this thing, but it's not killing me. I'm just keeping myself on the opposite side of the tarp from him. Oh, that was a step directly towards me, towards the tarp. So I'm going to quit right there. And if he wants to move away from the tarp now, that's fine, because I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to see if I can make my approach. Let him there. Relaxed. See if I can make my approach. Good. See if I can come around here. Make my approach here in a noisy, loud, rambunctious way. Good. Better. I'm waiting for that wildness to filter out of his eye. Yeah, see? Waiting for that stress to filter out before I do anything more. Tip his nose towards me. There, he's thinking a little more. Tip his nose towards me. There. Good. Maybe I'll come and flop it over his neck then. Block his eye, so make sure he's not going to bugger away from it. There. He licked his lips, so I'm going to quit moving it for a sec. See, maybe he can follow me this way. There you go. There you go. not such a big deal. He might go berserk all of a sudden.
Right.
But right here, it's not such a big deal. I'm actually okay with that. And if he's following you and really hooked onto you at this point, just be careful that he doesn't panic and run right over the top of you. Yeah, that's okay, isn't it?
Why do you choose not to ask him to move out with it? Like one.
Oh, just because I don't, he's such a long part, I don't want to have it catch on his feet and then have him panic and get away from the tarp, kind of a thing.
Because you can't keep repeating that kind of thing?
What's that?
Because you can't keep repeating it to get him over it, so...
Well, you can, but it's better if he gets away from the tarp once, he's going to be convinced that he can get away from the tarp more often. Especially because this is one of his big stumbling blocks.
So you want to be in more control of the farm?
What's that?
You want to be in more control of the farm?
Yeah, I want to be in control of this big scary thing. So there. So nice. Wait for his nose to kind of come down a little bit. Oh, he's trying to get away. Wait for him to walk forward instead of back. Forward. Wait for him to walk forward. Forward. Show him how to get out of it. Forward. There. When you come forward, see him lick his lips right there? When you come forward, that big blue thing comes off your face. That's a really good point for him. He did really good just there, so I might quit right on that day. And we're going to get him further and further every day. But how cool was that? Here, hang on to
Yeah, he just stepped on
the flag and jumped away.
the...